go in a bag or a pouch or a coffee filter. Because I don't have cheesecloth in my kitchen, I have whole coriander seeds, a stick of cinnamon, cloves, green cardamom, and star anise. To bring out maximum flavor, you want to dry toast all of your spices first, and that just is so easy. Heat plus dry pan plus spices plus shaking equals your kitchen and your house smelling amazing. Go ahead and spoon that all in a cheesecloth or your spice bag or your coffee filter and tie it up. The next steps are your aromatics like ginger. Okay, take that same pan, add some butter, and place your sliced ginger and onion and give it a good char. Basically, you want to caramelize the onion and the ginger, add them to the pot. This very important step brings out the sweetness in both the ginger and the onion. Okay, take that same pan and now you're going to add in your meat. You're going to add in your oxtail and just kind of let it brown. Brown both sides and then add them, throw them into the pot. You may be tempted to skip all of these very important steps that I've just done, but don't skip them. This gives you so much depth of flavor and complexity of flavor that is just absolutely essential in Vietnamese pho. Now, I just want to warn you, this recipe has a lot of meat in it. It has a lot of beef, but hey, it's paleo, you can do that. Brown and add in the shank to your pressure cooker pot. Pour in water pretty much up to the top of your pressure cooker where there's that line that says do not exceed. Well, go up to that line. Set your cooker to cook for 1 hour under pressure. Now it's going to take more than 1 hour because it takes time to get up to pressure, and then it's going to cook under pressure for 1 hour, and then of course it's going to take time to come down from being pressurized. While the soup is cooking, let's talk about the rest of the ingredients. These are shirataki noodles. They are paleo friendly. You can also use kelp noodles, which also are paleo friendly. I also have cilantro, I have some basil, I wish I had Thai basil, but they died in the freeze, and bean sprouts, and of course lime. Now if you are not on the paleo diet, you can still use exact same recipes, but use thick rice noodles instead. You can find dried rice noodles in most supermarkets. Look in the recipe, the full recipe for instructions on how to adopt this recipe for using dried rice noodles. As for the thinly sliced beef, well, I bought this pre-sliced. This is the beef eye round roast that they've sliced already. I bought mine pre-sliced, but I'm going to just slice it just a little thinner. If you buy the whole chunk of meat, put that in the freezer for a good half hour to let it freeze for a bit. It makes slicing it super thin much, much easier. 2 hours later, your soup is done. Now, I'm going to scoop out the top layer of fat and discard that. That's totally up to you whether you like it or not. I don't like all that greasy feel, so I take that out and discard that. Take out the meat, and especially the brisket. Look how it just falls apart. Take out the meat, and we're going to shred the brisket with 2 forks. Of course, also take out the ginger and the spice pack and the onion. You can discard that. Okay, somehow my video clip of seasoning the broth with fish sauce disappeared. So you have to season the broth with fish sauce because that gives the salty, sweet flavor to the pho broth. Shred the brisket with 2 forks, or you can just cut it with a big knife. 5 minutes to chow time. Okay, let's start making the bowls. Layer your noodles first, and then add some soup, add some hot broth to your noodles. I'm going to add in my very thinly sliced eye of the round, and that cooks in the hot broth. So you can just add it raw and it'll automatically cook. Add in the brisket, and then now it's time for the vegetables and the herbs. Layer that on a separate plate. This really, really cool bowl set is from a Kickstarter campaign that I had funded last year. Love this set, it's just beautiful. Bean sprouts, lime wedges, jalapeno, chili peppers if you want. We've got basil and cilantro. And my fancy homemade 20-minute sriracha, I'm going to have that at the table as well.